Hello, vinyl community. Welcome back. This is Hubtones. I am Mike. Concert review time again. Went to see Courtney Barnett, the incredible Courtney Barnett. She played at it's a small festival here in just north of Chicago in Evanston. It is called Out of Space, and Space is actually an indoor venue that I've talked about many times on this channel. It's very, very small. It holds about maybe 250 people at the most. Sometimes they have tables, sometimes they just have chairs, sometimes it's standing room only. It's a little high end. It's a beautiful room. It sounds great. I've seen Delvon Lamar there, Juliana Hatfield, Graham Nash, on and on. I've seen a lot of shows there. They haven't been around too long, maybe about 10 years at the most. Great place. But every summer they do an outdoor festival. So they do 2 bands each night. Sometimes there's 3 bands on the bill. The shows start at about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and you're out of there by 10:30. I can take the train there. Boom. I'm there in like 20 minutes. It is very, very easy. They do not oversell. It's more of a sit-down kind of, I mean, up front you can stand and everything, but more the back of the lawn area. It's all lawn. And more towards the back, it's more picnicky. People bring chairs and food and sit down. They sell wine and beer there. You cannot bring in your own, I don't believe. The wine is very expensive. It's about $50 a bottle, I found out. But it was worth it. I go almost every year. I don't go every night. They do it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, they do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, usually. And I don't go every night. I know Guster was there on Saturday night. A couple other bands. I wasn't too interested in this year, so I only went once. And that was Friday night. Went with 2 of my best friends, and we just had a great time hanging out. It was a gorgeous evening, absolutely gorgeous. Just hanging out outside under the stars, listening to kick-ass music. So on the bill this night was Courtney Barnett. She was the headliner, and opening for Courtney Barnett was Bob Mould. I'm not going to go deep into Bob Mould. I'm not pulling out all my Courtney Barnett and all my Bob Mould records. Bob Mould was great. Bob Mould from Husker Du, Sugar, and been a solo artist for many, many years. Openly gay, as is Courtney Barnett. Very political in his music. If you don't like politics, you probably won't like this video, and you probably won't like Bob Mould. He's great. He came out. He was him. It was Bob Mould, a 60-year-old man now, probably, maybe a little younger, hopefully more my age. And he comes out. It's just him and electric guitar. And every time I've seen Bob Mould, it is loud and in your face. It is boom, 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 boom. He is great. High energy, really high energy. But this time it was just him and an electric guitar. And man, he was terrific. He just stood there and fucking belted out some old Husker Du songs. He did a bunch of Sugar stuff. And then a lot of stuff from his latest solo records. He did stuff from the album Sunshine Rock is one of my highlights of his later career stuff. I think that's absolutely wonderful. So he was great. And then comes Courtney Barnett, who is from Australia. She is a wonderful singer, songwriter, but an underrated guitarist. She's definitely punky. There's a lot of punk to her. She's got a wonderful style of vocalizing. Some people might find it draining a little bit after a while, I've been told. I love it. I think she's great. Do I listen to her records like over and over and over nonstop? No, because her vocal styling does kind of get to you after a bit. I'll admit that. But she is such a terrific talent, and she came out and she wowed the crowd. Absolutely wowed the crowd for about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit more. Like I said, she got real punky. Her records, she doesn't get as punky on her records, and she can shred some guitar. She's really, really good. So I first discovered Courtney Barnett. I bought this EP years ago. I don't even know when this came out. This came out in 2019. That doesn't seem right, but it probably is. This is just Everybody Here Hates You. It's 3 songs. This is a lot of her artwork is very simple, very childlike. I think she does it herself. That's not an insult. Childlike is good sometimes. But there's 3 songs on here, including the song Everybody Here Hates You. Terrific, terrific EP. So then this comes out shortly after that. And this is a double EP with this and another EP that I don't have on it. And this is where I really got into her. It's called A Sea of Split Peas. And I love the artwork. Absolutely love the artwork. It's 2 EPs, so it's a double record. Really good stuff. I think it's 45 RPM, yeah. But excellent. Really early. Courtney Barnett. It's more folky. It's definitely more folky. And then she comes out with this album. And this is what kind of put her on the map, kind of started showing her off, she got some buzz. I mean, she's from Australia. It's hard to get buzz from Australia, even in this day and age. You know, there's great artists in Australia. There's a woman named Glenn Clore, who is a terrific singer-songwriter. She's out of Australia too, and I don't know anyone who talks about her in the U.S., but she's wonderful. But then this album comes out. Sometimes I sit and think, and sometimes I just sit. And this is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. The big song what was the big Elevator Operator, which is that was her encore, and it was so damn good. High energy, punky song. Pedestrian at Best is excellent. Small Poppies. Dead Fox, Debbie Downer, Kim's Caravan, Boxing Day Blues. This is a really, really good record. If you're going to start with Courtney Barnett's music, I would start here. But this is my favorite record of hers. I just love this. This is Tell Me How You Really Feel. And I think this is better than the previous record I just showed. You could start here too. But I'm pretty sure if you hear the first one, you'll end up buying this one. This is the follow-up to that. It is great. It's more high energy. This one really rocks. This one definitely rocks. It's on clear red vinyl. This is Hopelessness is a great song. Charity. Nameless and Faceless. Need a Little Time. I'm Not Your Mother, I'm Not Your Bitch. She played that. It was great. This is an excellent record. Definitely my favorite of hers. Highly recommend this. And then she follows it up with this, and the buzz was so big. I was so excited to hear this record, and I'm still torn with it. There's a lot of it I really like. This is Things Take Time, Take Time. Courtney Barnett. I love the artwork. The artwork is absolutely wonderful. Coral blue, baby blue, robin's egg blue, whatever you want to call it. This goes back to more of her folkiness. It's not as loud. It's not as upbeat. There's a couple songs that are definitely more upbeat, but this is definitely hearkening back to her first couple of EPs and records. I enjoy it. It's definitely not my favorite. Kind of disappointed when this came out. And still a little bit, because I was on such a Courtney Barnett high. I was really waiting for a new record. And then this came out for Record Store Day. I picked this up. This is MTV Unplugged live in Melbourne, Australia, 2019. It's kind of just a collection of her and some other people. It's on a really cool, kind of like a bluish gray vinyl. It's cool. I don't know many of these people. They're obviously, I think they're mostly from Australia, but it's interesting. It's got some fun stuff on it, but not a, I'm a nerd. I had to have it. And then this is a great record too. This came out in the middle of all that. I don't know what year this came out. This came out in 2017. And this is an album that she did with Kurt Weill. Kurt Weill, the wonderful singer-songwriter. He also used to be in War on Drugs on their first couple of records. And then he left and they found a guy who sounds exactly like Kurt Weill. Excellent record. A lot of sea lice is what it's called. The two of them together, really, really good. This is underrated. It should have got more love when it came out. Sometimes collaboration records just don't make it. You know, like what was the one with St. Vincent and David Byrne from a few years ago? Well, it's probably been 10 years now. That's another great collaboration record that just didn't hit it. I think of the Danger Mouse and what's her name from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. They did an excellent album together too, and that one just flopped. That didn't do anything. I love that record. This is another one. You know, it's a collaboration that just didn't get a lot of buzz, but I adore this. This is right up there with some of her best work and some of his. Really, really dig it. So that was a quick little review. Courtney Barnett and Bob Mould. There was somebody before Bob Mould. I forget who they were. We kind of walked in when they were playing. They were folky, kind of acousticy. I think it was just, I don't know. I don't even think it was a full band. I think it was just a girl singer. I wasn't really paying too much attention, so I don't know who she was. Sorry. But anyway, a terrific summer evening in beautiful Evanston, Illinois. Just a wonderfully curated outdoor festival. I'm not a big festival person anymore. I'm pretty sure my large festival days are over. Maybe Pitchfork once, maybe if it's somebody I absolutely love. Lollapalooza, you can forget that shit. Even Riot Fest. I like Riot Fest here in Chicago. They do a real nice job with it, and it's spread out. But they've changed venues this year, and it's on a venue where there's just concrete everywhere. I like trees and lawns and and not crowds. So this is one of the perfect outdoor festivals that I just really dig every year. I go to at least one night out of the three, and it's a blast. So yeah, check out Courtney Barnett. I would start with those two, her first two full-length records if I were you. You guys, stay safe. Bye.